Hello everyone, my name is Scalti, and welcome back to our Satisfactory Let's Play. Last time around, we increased our power production to 1200 megawatts, and with that we also revised our piping structure below to what I would consider to be a more simple and elegant solution, both visually and logistically. It's easier to reproduce because of its structure and how it's built against the walls. Overall has a nice visual, cleaner look that I think is a little bit more appealing. So I think for future coal generator expansion, we'll be utilizing this method. Additionally, we unlocked our steel production, or rather, we unlocked and also constructed our steel production line, which enabled us to unlock Mark III logistics, so that way we can bring our previous builds up to 100% speed. That is something I would very much like to do, so that way we can generate some more points for the awesome shop and get some coupons to actually purchase some of the aesthetic items for future permanent factories. And that's what we're going to be focusing on. I hope you enjoy. So I did a little bit of something between last episode and this one. Nothing major, but as you can see, we have a lot more steel beams and we have a consistent amount of steel pipes. Everything is now running at 100% efficiency, although I'm seeing these turn yellow. So I'm kind of curious what's going on here. I think I might have messed up a belt speed somewhere. Yes, I messed up a belt speed right here. Because we have 40 and 40, so that's 80. So that explains why that was running a little slow. So what I did is I went and found a couple of power slugs. And so you might be able to kind of see we have a white power indicator on that miner. So we got that one fully overclocked. We got our Mark III belt fully loaded with iron. And then we have our miners over here fully overclocked, producing 135 into 135, and I think that's also another problem. I think, yes, I have not yet upgraded these to Mark III yet. I'm still waiting on some steel beams to be created, which I think we should be quite okay, yes, quite okay on. So we can actually go ahead and now actually bring this all up to 100%. And I think that should, nope, one more. So I think we should now be okay. We'll be getting stuck a little bit, and then eventually I believe it should catch up. Running on belts is a little tricky when you're at max speed. Alright, so I can just go ahead, let's just go ahead and trash the coal. This should hopefully slow down a little bit and catch up. Right, because this is all Mark III. And then I think we're probably a little overloaded here on iron. Makes sense because the coal was lagging behind. Or do we need to upgrade some Mark IIs? Because it's 135 split three ways, which is 40. Wait, do we actually need a full 45 per minute? Yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah, so look, it's... Yeah, we're good. It's eventually bouncing out. Something going on. I guess this is one's... We didn't empty this one. So that'll eventually catch up. Okay. Nice little start. So, I know we talked about working around with truck stops, and I think that might still be on the agenda. However, I would like to look at our awesome shop. I've been regularly browsing the Satisfactory Discord and the subreddit, and I've been seeing a lot of really awesome builds from everyone that I kind of really want to just kind of mess around and see what... Oh, we already have a lot of our coupons. What all we can kind of do with things, and so it's kind of making me rethink what we're going to be unlocking here. So we have 20 coupons. We have 5 more, which is fantastic. And I think what I might end up doing is I might, between maybe, let's say, this episode and the next one, depending on how this all works out, I might actually just let the world play for a bit, so that way we can accumulate some more coupons And maybe I'll set up some awesome sinks. Actually, that's right. We now have the Mark III belt, so we can actually make everything out there 100% efficient based on how we built it. So actually, that is actually the first order of business for today. I need to leave myself reminders on like what I need to do. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna go ahead and we actually probably have enough steel beams to upgrade everything. So we'll just drop off a few things here that I know we're not gonna need. And then I think we go explore a bit. I'm wondering if there was like a 2-for-1 special we can kind of do. So if we're just gonna go to the factories, maybe we bring enough to make some awesome sinks. So we have the rotor factory, the reinforced iron plate factory, and the modular frame factory. So let's go ahead and bring enough for 3 awesome sinks. Already have everything that we need. Fantastic. We'll get those set up. And so here's, I guess, maybe the trade-off. So if we go and look at the MAM real quick, we are kind of close to unlocking the smart splitter. We need to work on the AI limiters. So it looks like what we need 10 AI limiters in 5 minutes. We can craft those by hand, right? So maybe actually it's worth it to do this, and then we just craft up, yeah. We'll craft up the AI limiters needed to set up like an overflow system properly, and then we will just sync the lines out. And so while we do that, let's go take a look at our coal and kind of get that fixed up a little bit now that we have the ability to transport the full single node of ore. Before I do that, so we need 2 power shards in order to overclock the 1 miner. And maybe actually what we do, so let's see, we have, maybe we also clean this up a little bit, because last time we were talking about what we can do is we can actually save a power shard here. So maybe we do that real quick. But we'll need to kind of split our logistics here a little differently. I mean, it won't take much effort. So let's do that, actually. So we'll delete this one. We'll delete this. And then what we can do is we can merge here. And then we just split in front of this one. Or we still need... Oh, that's right. It's a single splitter to 3 rather than doing it like this. Okay, so we'll have to take this down. Or that was already set. That was already set up as we needed it. Let me just double check over here. So 1, 2, 3, so it's 135. Okay, so then we just needed the Mark III belts to go to all of these. So we just do the Mark III, fix this up. Like that. Everything should be copacetic. So let's see how we're going to do this. We're going to take a power shard out of one of these. So this will produce 120. I think this actually saves us a little bit on power too. And then this goes all the way up to 250. So this gives us 150. 120. So this can actually just become a Mark II belt. All the way in. This stays Mark III. Mark II, Mark III, and that should get us where we need to go. This is just trying to overfill everything. So we'll just pull that out, let that kind of run. That'll eventually catch up, and as a result, this will catch up too. You can go ahead and pull this though. By the time that gets there, that should all balance out. I mean, it doesn't really matter anyway to balance out no matter what. Okay, so we now have the 2 power shards that we need. And honestly, we're probably coming up on the 5-minute mark already, to be honest. Might as well take the excess coal. Oh, 20 pieces. Yeah, it's almost done. Craft this over. So we have our 2 power shards. We'll just let that finish while we go and take care of this. Let's just double check. Decent amount of Mark II plating, plenty of Mark III. Okay, we should be fine. And then once we're done here, we'll go and fix up all of the factors we have, sync them with some AI limiters, some smart splitters rather. Although, I wonder what the recipe for smart splitters is beyond just the AI limiter. I think it might... What did we give it? We gave it reinforced iron plates and AI limiters. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and run a Mark III belt all the way down the middle here. Then we can go ahead and let's see, what's the smartest way to do this? I think we're going to do this progressively. So let's make sure that we're actually delivering 270 or 240 coal. Like so. This will very rapidly overflow down to the back end. And maybe we wait a little bit for it to do that. Yeah, it shouldn't take too long. Then once it does, we'll just take this and work our way back down so that way none of the coal generators go offline. Okay, we're good. I forgot that we snap these straight in like this. Okay. Maybe I slow down a little bit and kind of let this catch up. I mean, if we short circuit, we short circuit. It'll be fine. We just bring everything back online and everything continues as it was. Wait for the autosave. Ta-da. And this is now cleaned up. We now have extra coal. So we can just actually go ahead and just delete this line for now. Oh, this is actually overclocked already. 2 power shards back, okay. So we technically have the ability to expand our power even more. Let's see how close we are to everything. I think we're alright. Yeah, we're 100 megawatts away. We're not going to be really adding too much. Our consumption actually just went down a little bit, which is good, because we just pulled that miner. So I think we're okay on the power for now. I'd say let's get the awesome sinks set up and kind of revisit there. And then what I would like to do, as I mentioned, I want to start buying some stuff out of the awesome shop. Also, the AI for these is kind of cool. So they're designed to try and get behind you. So if you actually just look in a direction, they'll do what they can to flank you or get behind you. So it's kind of a way you can like mess with their AI, where it's just you kind of wait and then you can sidestep and like turn and then swing on them as they try and come up on you. Yeah, I would really like to just start messing around with all the aesthetic options, so that way maybe like try and prevent as much iterative design as possible to an extent, if that makes sense, to the point where we don't need to, like, we'll build something and it's like, oh wow, yeah, we've just found this new design style, and then we're like, we got to go back and, you know, overhaul everything, right? I would rather not, I mean, not everything to an extent, but I think it'd be kind of cool to find a pretty solid looking style overall and move forward with that and just take the time to kind of experiment. I almost died right there. So let's go get our awesome sinks set up, and we'll go from there and kind of see how long it might take to accumulate some points. And then also what we can do, now that we have the smart splitters unlocked, there's kind of a way you can force inventory on the storage containers. So let's see real quick. Let's go into logistics. Smart splitter requires rotors, reinforced iron plates, and the area limiters. Not too bad. So we'll put that on our bar. Let's go ahead and craft up. I think, yeah, we just need 3 more. Not enough space in inventory. We drop off the... Oh, this is full. Let's see, we can drop these off. Maybe we'll do a quick little personal storage. Oops. Oh, we don't need the coal either. Don't need the steel ingots. Drop the miner off. Drop the food off. I think, let's see, okay. So yeah, we'll take the, actually leave the food in here. We'll take the Caterium out. We'll take out like crafted materials, so that way we can put these in. Everything else we'll keep on our person. Take these out and kind of leave like this type of material in here. Don't need a screw, yes, maybe, no, I don't think we do. Drop off the motors. I think we're okay. Oh, Caterium too. Okay. So 3 AI limiters. Can't afford because I dropped off the rotors. Didn't I just have those, or did I accidentally trash them? I have rotors right here. Oh, quick wire. That makes more sense. Oh, AI limiters, copper sheets. Okay, so we got the 3 that we need. I'm just thinking in my head real quick if we want more. I don't think we do. We only have the 3. I guess we'll keep the stack of quick wire for power poles. I guess what would also be worth it, let's go ahead and top up whatever steel beams we got before we go. We can go stop by the quartz nodes. Maybe we actually grab those power shards and overclock now that we have the belt width, capacity, or the bandwidth, I guess you can say. Oh, please. I feel like that's enough. Yeah. Let's Should be more than enough, to be honest. Maybe, yeah, maybe go to the quartz nodes and overclock those just to kind of get the most out of it. So we'll grab the power shards real quick. I don't know if we're going to need this third one, but couldn't hurt, I guess. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get to the first factory and get our overflow system set up. Okay, so here we have, I believe, our reinforced iron, nope, our rotors. So we can now bring this up to speed. Because we are producing 90, we want to be producing 180. Although, I'm not, why are these, or we only built this to process 90, not 180. So yeah, we only ran this to operate at half speed. So we actually don't need to do anything here. I am curious why these fully filled out though. Looks like we messed something up here. What's going on? Rods are overflowing? Screws are backing up. And that's... I'm missing a belt. This whole time I was missing a belt. How bizarre. So that explains why those are filling up, and so that means these were not 75%, and we were blocking what 10, 15, 30, and then we're pulling 10 off of here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, this is now running at 100% efficiency, which is nice. So this should do just confirm. Yes, making 8 per minute. So what we can do is here, we'll run a splitter. I'm sorry, a smart splitter. Right side will be rotor. Then left will be overflow. Center is none. And then what we can do is, like, we're not going to need more than, say, 500 at a time, right? So then what we can do, and it's a little tedious, I'll do it with the concrete. Here, I'll pull an extra stack out. Oops. So take this and just keep splitting it down essentially. So there's no way to close this open in Codex without actually clicking on it. And then what we can do is just like take this out, and then split. Actually, just take this out, split that. And so essentially, this will never fill up past 5 stacks, which is fine. So let's say, you know, we can put the 100 back now. This will eventually back up. Like, we don't need this many rotors on us either. It's plenty. So then that'll force the backup. So we'll always have access to essentially 500 once this is full. And then we'll just start sinking points. And so we're just going to do this at the reinforced iron plate. and modular frames. So this should ramp up our point accumulation pretty quickly. So let's go ahead and head over to our modular frame factory. So the modular frame factory, we can actually ramp up now. So if we, let's see, we need 240. So we're gonna do that. So it's already marked 2. So that's all we needed to do. This is all set now. And this will all now start operating at 100% efficiency all the way down the line. And so now we just do the same thing here. Kind of bring this back a little bit. Oh, that makes sense. Go ahead and put our storage container over here now. Shouldn't be in the way of anything. Go ahead and drop these off and those temporarily. Ooh, we have a lot. That's fantastic. So once again, smart splitter here. Right side, modular frame. Center will be overflow. Left will be none. Don't really need to do anything with the none technically because nothing's coming out of that side. And then let's see, get some power set up. And then we'll go ahead and keep this, take out as many as we can. Let's do this actually. And just drop these in here. And while that's doing that, we can go ahead and get this storage container sorted out. So actually here, let's take a second and kind of do this the right way. So if let's say we want to keep, we'll just do 6 stacks. I think that should be plenty. So 1, 2, 3. So that's 6, 7, 8. So it's 18. No, sorry, 8 times 3 is 24. And we need 6 stacks left over. So that's 24 minus 6 is 18. And then we do what? Is there a way to do exponents? So 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Wait, am I doing this right? We need 18. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. No, that's not right either. I wonder what the math is to oh, we literally just need 18. I'm ridiculous. Okay. So we say split this. Isn't it holding right click to split? Okay. Oh, because we were full inventory. So 1/8 split. Then just put it down here. Put these up here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's kind of annoying. There we go. I don't know why I overcomplicated the math trying to figure out how to split this up. We just need 18 concrete. So we'll go ahead and swap this out for a full stack. Like so. Get that plugged in. This will then back up. And we keep getting points. That point gain is nice. Too bad I can't see what it is. And I'm not going to adjust the HUD. I'm just going to leave it. And reinforced iron plate factory is nearby, which I believe is also running at half speed. I think we wanted 240 coming out of here as well, so we actually need one more power shard. Correct? Yeah, it's a pure node with a Mark 1 miner. I guess actually with our overclocking and adding these in, we're getting a little close, and this is teetering kind of consistently. Where we have, what, 2 coming offline, kind of regular. Okay, now just 1. So I think it's stabilizing, which is good. And we're actually getting pretty close to power, so maybe that's actually something we revisit, because I think we'll probably hit capacity. So maybe for now, we'll leave this as is. I think we'll just, because we should have plenty of plates. Yeah, we almost have a full inventory of plates. This one, however, I'm going to let us have quite a bit more stacks. I think I might actually do like a full 8 stacks to have at our disposal just because they're used for belts. So let's go ahead and let's see. Just do a temporary storage, kind of drop some stuff off. A split. So if that's 16. Like that. And then I guess technically we can just go this way. Whoops. If I did not edit out that cough just now, I'm sorry. Okay, so awesome sync. Left is overflow, so that should automatically kick in. And we'll start getting points here. Let's see what we're at now. It'll probably... Oh, that's right. It spiked because we put like all the excess in, so that's not actually a flat rate production amount, which makes sense. It's starting to balance out now, but the points until next coupon is getting a little insane. I guess also technically speaking, we don't even really need the smart splitters. I mean, I guess we do once we pull stuff out. But if we like have it now, you technically don't need a smart splitter. You just have it split right. It'll automatically stop as it is here, and then it'll automatically overflow by default. So this is like the smart splitters are necessary once you want to actually start, you know, pulling items out of the storage containers. So we're also going to drop these off as well. Nope, not this one. Okay. So let's go ahead, we'll trash some of these. 3, take the modulars, then we can just trash these. And we are all set. So I guess now we'll go ahead and hit up the quartz and kind of see. Well, actually, the quartz we can't do anything with because we don't have any. We have the 1 power shard, but as we saw, we're pretty close to maximum power. So I'm gonna head back, clean up the inventory a little bit, and kind of figure out before we do anything else, kind of what needs to happen with power to maybe go build another 8 coal generators, and then probably also look at maybe what it would take to unlock the Mark II miner. I think we want to wait until we get some more stuff automated, because I think that requires like industrial beams or whatnot. But anyway, we're gonna get back, clean up the inventory, and kind of see what we should do next. Okay, so I went ahead, I actually grabbed some more rotors because I put some in the sink. I was like, oh wait, because I was looking at the milestones here. And I'm looking at advanced steel production. We can already get the Mark II miner unlocked. I'm not sure we have the automation set up for it. I don't recall what it takes to build it. But I figure, why not unlock it? We got the stuff. We have steel pipes automated, so it couldn't hurt. So let's take a look and see what we get.
Milestone.
Thank you,
An
Ada.
additional project part.
Let's look at our miner. We got batteries, which is kind of cool. Or power storage, I guess. What are we looking at? We're looking at production, Mark II miner. Yep, encased steel beams. Which, so we want. Oh man, this is actually, this means quite a bit, and I'm wondering if it's worth it because we're not going to mess with any of the miners here back at home base with this. We don't need to mess with the concrete either. We're making plenty of it. But we can now not overclock to what, 2 of the miners out there, so we would need 1, 2, and then over at the coal 3, 4, and then we'd overclock 1 of them. So if we needed 4 miners, I mean, why not? Why not just make the 20 or the 40 now? Say screw it. We don't need 8 portable miners. We only need the 4. Because I think we should be able to. We'll grab some extras anyway. But I think if we just go to upgrade the miner, it'll automatically just take the 1 out of our inventory without us having to have 2 and then give us 1 back. Based on how the game's coded, I'm not sure. So maybe. So not maybe. So let's go ahead and upgrade our miners that need to be upgraded so that way we don't have to overclock, save us some power. And then as a result, the normal node that we have currently sitting empty at our coal generators, we can drop a Mark II miner on it, overclock it, get 240 coal from it, and then that will enable us to build 16 generators and greatly increase our power production. So yeah, why not? I'll go ahead and just craft these up too, and then we'll get over to we'll save the coal for last, so that way when we do go, oh no, don't have any inventory space. So that way when we go to the coal, we can just work on it rather than like doubling back sort of situation. Probably don't need that much wire anymore. Actually, we should maybe also take a look at the MAM and upgrade our inventory space, because we're starting to accumulate quite a bit. So let's actually, yeah, let's do that real quick too. So Caterium pocket dimension here. So we just need 10 Caterium ingots. Expanded tool belt, pocket dimension. We can unlock this, I believe. We should have 5 in here. Yes. Grab some wire. I think it was 1500. We don't have the room for it in our inventory though, so it's fine. Just dump some cable. And stack of concrete. We'll dump the screws too. This is not cable or wire. 2, 3, 4. I think that should be enough. How long is this going to take? 5 minutes? Yes, it will. So that's not really going to get us too far ahead, but it'll help. Okay, so we'll get the... So you need 3 more. Actually, here, we can just test it. So yes, it does still require 2. We'll get 1 back, but we still need 2. mean, I guess at the end of the day, what's the point? We can just deconstruct it real quick and then construct another one. So we'll just go ahead and leave it. We'll grab the cable that we need, and we'll go head back and upgrade our miners. All right. So that's upgraded. That should give us the power shards back automatically. We're now producing 240. That doesn't give us the iron ore, right? It just empties it out. Okay. So that is now up to snuff. And then, so what do we actually need for the Mark II miner again? Modular frames, pipes, encased industrial beams. Or just industrial, encased industrial, I think it is. Yeah, anyway. So this just automatically is now putting out 240. Which is superb, because this is, I believe, is our reinforced iron plate? Yeah. Which we're still good on. Also, you just want to make sure you don't hit the sort button. I did that by mistake. It's not bad, you just have to redistribute them. I guess the other thing, not to tangent too much, so we actually have the extra miner. We could go investigate what our Caterium needs. If we can start producing more, and I guess it would be worth doing that because then we can grab the 10 ingots that we need for the pocket dimension upgrade in the Caterium MAM tree. And kind of see how that all works out and see if it's actually worth expanding this space, which also I think we need to go here anyway because we need Mark III belts to make this fully sync properly, because I think we're well producing more than the 120 or more than the Mark II belt can transport. So, and actually, now that we got the Mark II miners, a lot of these nodes here, even though they're normal or even potentially impure, like we can transfer our basic iron setup to a normal node now, and it will produce exactly what we need, which would be pretty beneficial. So, I guess actually it's not too bad because this is full up. So let's actually double check our numbers real quick. Because this is running, yeah, it's not even running at full efficiency. So if we're doing 12 in for 60 out, and this is 45 in for 15 out, 15 out, 12 in. So I think the commonality here is we want to be producing 60 Caterium ingots per minute off of like one branch essentially. So because that would allow us to do 5 constructors at 100% efficiency. And so if we wanted to do 60 out, we would need to have 4 smelters going at 100%. 4 smelters at 100% would be 180. So if we did, because right now we're at 120, right? Yeah, we just had a simple 120 because of the belt speed here. So if we could put out 270, that would be, let's see, 1, 2 is 90. So we can do 6 smelters producing 90 ingots per minute. And if we could do 90 ingots per minute, we can then do 7, a little over 7 constructors, 7 and change, which couldn't hurt. I don't think we're equipped to do that right now, nor do I think I essentially want to. I mean, I guess maybe we'll just focus on getting the points needed for this episode, and then also work on the coal power. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and just reconfigure this. And let's just go make sure our numbers are correct. So I'm going to go ahead over to Satisfactory Calculator and make sure that we have a proper layout for what we're going to be able to produce. Okay, so we got it kind of sorted out. We can ignore the Mark III, but we have our 270 Caterium ore going in, so that's 6 smelters, 90 ingots per minute into 7.5, so yeah, 7 and change constructors. So, and that'll give us 450 quick wire per minute. That's not bad. If we consider like the per unit cost in the awesome sing, so let's go ahead and take a look at that too. So looking at, let's see, where's the points? Sync value 17. So 17 times 450. That would be 17 times 450. That's 7,650 points per minute. That seems pretty worth it, considering we're at what now? What I say, 7650, and we're making 11,686, kind of fluctuating. So, what are we making now in Quickwire? If we're not even fully efficient, we're making 85%. So 60 times 0.85. Making about 50 quick wire per minute. Is that right? So that's 200-ish quick wire. And we're going to be making, what did I say? 450. So we're going to be, and we're making 70. So we're adding like a little over 3,500 points to the system. So let's go ahead and get to it. So if I pull up that graph again, so we need 6 smelters and 7.5 constructors. So I think maybe we actually just do a full teardown. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some storage over here on some things that I know we don't need at the moment. And let's just start disassembling all this and start from clean slate. So what I'd like to do is I'm actually going to take all of this Caterium and sink it. So we can just go ahead. Let's see, that's going to take quite a while. So what's the best way to do this? Maybe we just do this. Yeah. I'm just going to go ahead and do this backwards. I'm going to go ahead and store everything that we don't need. Can I make this? And, oh, you can't just like upgrade it. We need steel beams and pipes. I'm gonna go ahead and get all this sorted and then take all of that Caterium, stick it off the side, and while it's sinking, we'll go ahead and get the Caterium line built up. Okay, we got that syncing up. And then what we have going on over here, we're going to keep the Caterium ingots, so that way we can upgrade our pocket dimension when we get back. And get this configured out. So, let's see, let's do... We want to use a Mark II miner. And I'm missing the miners. It's actually, that's pretty off. We'll just leave it. So we need 6 smelters and 7.5 constructors. So I'm just going to go ahead and actually just do this 8 wide. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wonder if I can lift this up one. Yeah, that works. So that should be, let's see, 4, 7. Oh, I guess actually we want to go this way a little bit more. Seven, so I should be able to fit constructors on. Let's see, actually we need to split the smelters. Okay, so we know we need 6 smelters at the very least. So we'll just start centered. Actually, we're going to do a split and then a split. So maybe we just run the logistics. That should work. Cool. So we're gonna do a split and then a split again. And we're doing 3, so maybe we go over just a little bit. I was kind of curious why that was not snapping. It was like off by just a little bit. I guess we could have just looked over here. So we're doing 15 out. And then it's 12 in. So I think we just manifold all of this. Like we have the Mark III belts. And also I have been debating if I wanted to do manifolds throughout this playthrough. A little less of a headache and easier to expand. And I just want to, I want to try something different than load balancing, which load balancing in its own merit, or has its own merit. But I guess, well, let's take a second. Maybe we don't have to. Maybe there's an easy way to split this. Let's just take a look. So it's 12 in, and this is 15 out. So the only way to make it really even is if we get 60 onto a single belt, and then we split it 6 ways. And so we would have to kind of force an overflow system, which... why not? Let's do it. We have the technology, the means. So I think the easiest way to do that would be, we want to bring everything onto one line, so maybe we bring it over here to the right where we have the room. So I think that, nope. Bring it one more closer. Although then we wouldn't be able to, oh, we can. Okay. That is clipping pretty bad though, isn't it? Yeah, we won't do that. It's fine. So we'll bring everything over to one side. We could, in theory, use a smart splitter. but oh, why is that raised up? That's fine. But what we can do is we can just rely on the Mark 1 belt speed to balance for us. So if we have 6 smelters, we're producing 90 in total. And then we're going to 7.5. Hold on. Did I mess something up here in my head? 12. Sorry, so 5 constructors will be fed. Oh, no. So we'd have to do a 1-to-5 split to load balance that all out. So I'm thinking maybe that's not the play here. I think we just manifold it. This is the temporary system again anyway, so I think we'll be alright if we just make sure I have room for a merger. If we just do... Is that 4? Oh. 5, 6, 7, sure. That all merges, and so then we go on to split line. And because we have the Mark III belts, it'll ramp up decently fast, I would suspect. So actually we can just do a Mark 1 here. Oops. Also, I'm curious now that I think about it, is it technically faster to have everything be Mark III? Because like the faster this would fill with the ingots, the faster it overflows down, or do we do the 60 because then it forces, we have 90 coming, so it's actually just going to end up splitting evenly no matter what anyway. So maybe we do the Mark IIIs. I don't know if I can get it. Yep, that's fine. We're just going to leave the Mark 1 belt. So that way we don't have to dismantle anything. We'll just leave it. And then, let's see, we need to do... What, it's 15 out. So, 45, this is 60. So we need to upgrade here. Then we just do it like that. And then when it comes to the outputs though, we're gonna need to split. So actually if we have 7.5, what we can do is we can kind of balance this a little bit. We can force this one to 50% speed. And so we'll have 60, 60, and 60, that's 180. And then an output of 30. So it'll be 195 on one belt, 195 on the other, still in using 2 awesome sinks. So we can go ahead and build those kind of relatively. I guess we can just do it here. Actually, let's do it like this. And then we'll just bring a splitter in front of this one. And this one will just merge. Invalid shape. Okay, we'll just bring this one over. So we put a merger in front of here. And then we can just do a merger. Let's see, that's splitting. Nah, this is a little clunky, but it'll be alright. Let's see, the output is 60, so this will need to be a Mark II. Let's do a Mark III. Ugh, that's kind of gross. That's fine. And then don't, oh yeah, we can just split like that. I think I just overcomplicated this a little bit. So that's already splitting. And that just will merge in with an output merge from this. There we go. That works. Now we just need to get, let's actually set the recipes before we forget. Quick wire. And that one was underclocked. Go ahead and fix this real quick. We'll just run power on the outside of here. So I think we have all of these set with quick wire. So we have to set Caterium. Just curious how those kind of remain. Those are the, for those unfamiliar, I'm pretty sure those are the smoke particles. Like it's like a thing that they put inside of the smelter up top, so that way when it's running, it's what tells it to, like, it's the particle emitter for the smoke. It seems like they just need to figure out what's causing it to remain. So we got our 6 smelters. We'll just go ahead and do a Mark II on each side here. And then we'll do a Mark II and a Mark II. That should be able to get everything. Oops, not like that. And this can connect here. This can go here. This can then come back. We should be all set. Almost. Okay, so we got all yellow lights. That is producing. Make sure these are Mark IIs. Okay. Is that what they need to be? 45? No, these need to be Mark IIIs. There we go. So that probably was backing up a little. I guess not. Awesome. And we'll just let that run. 5 coupons again. Okay, so I think we're up to 30 coupons now, which is awesome. So we'll go ahead and head back and get things ready for coal power. Okay, so we're back. I kind of figured maybe we'll hold off on upgrading our power for next time. Coming up on a pretty lengthy episode already so far, so I think we'll go ahead and just get our next pocket dimension researched here. And that'll go ahead and give us what, how many? 6 slots, which will be pretty good. Can take a look through here. I don't think this will do anything for us. So I think we're kind of capped up on what we can do for inventory. So yeah, we got Mark II miners unlocked, which is actually super fantastic, which is actually pretty beneficial because now we might even want to do it up where it's maybe we're not producing just 20 reinforced iron plates per minute. Actually, let's look at our power too. We could upgrade these as well. Maybe we actually, yeah, we'll get this sorted out, and so that way it's, so we need 1, 2, 3. Are these normal nodes though? Yeah, so we'll need 1 power shard each. Or actually just 1 power shard, I believe. So we'll go ahead, we need, what, 1, 2, 3? So we need a few more miners. 1, 2... And then we already have the power shards there, so we actually do need some more encased industrial beams. So we need, what, 20 more? So we'll go ahead and get this sorted out, kind of see where our power sits after we get these configured. And then probably work on expanding out the power at the start of the next one. And then by then, I think between this episode and the next one, I'll go ahead and leave the world running so that way we can just amass points. Because I think, yeah, we're at 5 coupons. We're making a good bit of points, I guess, 15,000 or so, and we have, I think, 25 coupons. Or no, 30, I think I said. And probably work on, you know, like we'll go on a shopping spree in the awesome shop and whatnot, but let's go ahead and get this taken care of real quick. So this upgrades. This goes up to 130. No, 150. Okay. This upgrades and just stays as is, making 120, and we get our power shards back. And then we'll just go ahead and upgrade this one. Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna go grab those, and then we'll get this sorted out. So I was grabbing the modular frames, and I noticed that we're not at 100% efficiency making them. We're at 67, so I messed up somewhere with the reinforced iron plate line. It looks like. Looks like we don't have enough screws, so we can just follow the screw line back. And this is at 1% efficiency. That can't be right. That should be 100. I don't know why it says 1. That is curious, though. Looks like we're lacking the belt speed, which maybe I did comment about that, because we're making... Let's see, how many screws in do we need? I think that's the problem. We need 60, 60, I guess that makes sense, 67%. We're making 180, and our belt speed is 120, which is 67% of 180. So this should fix it right here. So it makes sense that this will overflow a little bit and kind of backlog, but we should be delivering as needed now, which is fantastic. So I'm actually glad we stopped by. So yeah, we'll head back and get that other miner upgraded. So something that might be coming across a few people's minds is, why am I not transporting all of the stuff that we're producing back to like a centralized location, aka the hub? Reason being, I personally feel that the amount of time that I'm spending traveling to and from these places would be less time than laying the infrastructure and then cleaning it up eventually. So I would just much rather just go to those places rather than dealing with like running the logistics and then eventually cleaning it up. And technically, like, even though I'm now that I'm saying it, it seems like that doesn't make sense per se. Like, why would it take that much longer to clean up if you're just laying simple belting? And wow, we're already maxed out on pipes. Maybe we should set up an awesome sink here as well. Why, like, it technically, I guess it wouldn't take longer to clean it up. I think it's just the feeling of having to clean it up. I just like how everything is compartmentalized overall. So, but we got everything up to 100% efficiency, and we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. Next time around, we will go on a shopping spree in the awesome shop with all of the coupons, and I will predetermine how many coupons we're gonna need to buy everything that we want, and we'll kind of go from there, and then also upgrade our coal generators to get some more power. I think we should be relatively, no, it's still kind of up there. But we're at least not always producing, so we should be fine. It is kind of curious though that our consumption is still higher. I figured because we're not overclocking the Mark 1 miners that we kind of actually see a pretty more like substantial dip in the energy consumption. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and we're gonna go ahead and close it out here. Adios. Well, I gotta say, it feels really good to have all of these upgrades completed. You know, we were able to clean up our coal lines here to our coal generators, as you can see, which I really enjoy. We got our awesome sinks set up on all of our simple factories, so that way we can really just amp up the point gathering to eventually make our purchases out of the awesome shop. So that's really good to see. And, you know, we revised our Caterium as well, which you can see here, and got this up and running. However, I do know, you know, in post-editing, if you will, we're short one constructor, and so things are not running at 100% efficiency, but it's at least still an upgrade nonetheless. So we'll leave it with that. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to leave a like. If you want to see more content in the future, be sure to subscribe if you're not already. And if you have any questions as to what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and what I'm doing it for, leave a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Or if you just want to share your gratitude and appreciation for videos, I'm open to that too. Or if you just want to sing the ABCs and, you know, see if we can get a thread going, that works too. That's fine. Whatever you guys want to do, just leave a comment below if you want to share something. But all right, I'll see you on the next one.